Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your number one breakfast show on 99.9 MMU FM. Well, it's exactly 5 minutes past 8, and you just heard Omalay with Understand. Well, my name is Frank Mwangi, and we're going to be talking about the coronavirus vaccine. So apparently, you have decided that the vaccine is not a priority. But guess what? The government is going to change your perspective on this. So news just in is that if you don't have the vaccine, you're not going to access government services. Well, we have guests here in studio who are journalists. And first, let me let them introduce themselves.
My name is WANJIRU MUTURI.
I'm WANJIKU. I'm PHIONA JAEL.
And I'm John MWENDWA.
Oh yeah, so you all heard about the story that you're supposed to be vaccinated. So maybe let's start with WANJIRU MUTURI. What's your take on this?
I think these are very good measures that the government has taken, considering the fact that as Kenyans, we don't take matters seriously. So I think by them putting up these measures, it will really help in the positivity rate will go down, as well as we are going to the election period. So many people will be out there with no masks, but once you're vaccinated, even if you get infected, you won't get serious infections and you'll even get better. But once you're not vaccinated, the rate of getting the COVID, it's very high. Yeah.
So maybe if I may ask, are you sure that this vaccine is efficient? Like if you get vaccinated, you're not going to get the corona?
No.
Is it proven?
No, once you get the vaccine, you can still get COVID, but you won't have those serious infections, and actually you get well even without having to go to the hospitals. You can actually, the way they say that there's home treatment.
So now that you've had the vaccine, does it have side effects?
Personally, yes, I got some very few side effects like dizziness and fever only. But when it came to the second dose, I didn't get. But that happens with different types of people. So some will get the side effects, some won't, and also depending on the different types of the vaccines. Yeah. Yes.
Now that Muturi is up to the idea, so let me turn to John. So John, what's your take on this?
On my perspective is that the way she has said about every person getting the COVID is right. But the thing that the government is saying about the way Mr. Kagwe said about the CS that said about everybody is in need of government services is going to need to be vaccinated. For me, it's not a good thing because forcing people to do something never results to a good thing. And telling that them about he never said directly that he's forcing people. By the way he said about government services, it means that he's forcing everybody because everybody needs government services. But
don't you think the government is just trying to protect its citizens?
Yeah, it's trying, but it should not force.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe Fiona, what's your take?
Oh, okay. I join John in whatever that he's saying. Personally, I also oppose the statement that was aired the other day about the vaccination. Reason being, we're almost nearing to the election period and also the December holidays. You know, very many people travel, and so I think that it's not a good idea to block people and to tell people that they're not going to get the public services if they've not gotten the vaccine. But I think the government could have considered the social classes, because you can't tell me that the people that are in the lowest class, they're going to compete with the people that are in the upper class, considering getting the vaccination. There's some people that can't even access the hospitals where they are, considering the fact that this thing is free. They can't access the hospital. So I'm still going to oppose the statement, and I'm going to say that you're not going to stop those people that are going to travel, and you're not going to stop those people that are going to vote because they don't have this document, considering that they have not been vaccinated. So I oppose the motion.
So maybe if I may ask, now that we are going to now you just say that we're going to these holidays, so people are going to crowd. Is it going to affect her?
Oh, okay, definitely. If I believe that the corona thing, it has reduced at some percentage. You might say that maybe people are going to be affected. The number might grow But I think considering the vaccination, they're not supposed to put a time limit, or they're not supposed to put a limit for us to get vaccinated.
Yeah. So maybe let me turn to Mary. So Mary, now that you had the vaccine, so what's your take? What's your brief take?
I think this is a good take, a very good take, because we've seen this working in countries where there's a high population, like America. And you know, when COVID came, the first wave, the second, it swapped most of the people in America, you know. And in Kenya, the president just lifted the curfew the other day, and we had been in lockdowns. You know how it was difficult. So Kenyans are people who like to be pushed, and I think this is why the government has taken this take to implement this decision. And like my colleague here has just said, we're going to the holidays and stuff, the December holidays. People will be traveling, and you can't access this traveling all the way from towns to the rural areas. That is where you have your grannies, your relatives. You know, you can't take.
So maybe if I cut you a bit, your colleague here, our colleague here, say that there are inadequate facilities for the vaccine. For example, like the hospitals. So what do you think about it? Because are you up to the government, maybe talking to the government, maybe to increase the hospitals and make them available and everything like that?
I don't really agree with her, because the government has put several hospitals, and where everyone is able to access, either in towns, either in rural areas, wherever you are. And there are also places, I believe, like for the elderly, the whatevers, you know, you have to take them to a place where they are able to access the vaccines. And that's why they were given the first priorities, together with those who work for the public.
But the fact is not about accessing, it's about where the place is, you see. Like for the elderly, they have to be taken. So where is the hospital? Like you have to walk like miles so that you reach to the hospital. So
and before Muturi, is there an age limit? I thought there was an age limit or something, but
okay, the government said that if you are 15 and above, you have to get the virus, the vaccine. The vaccine, you see. So, for me, I'm thinking the way she say about people, it has worked in America. America, they are not forced; they're being taken voluntarily. But to here in back, it's like we are being forced, because we are shutting down public services to all people who are not getting the virus.
So maybe Muturi?
The vaccine is sorry.
I would say the government has definitely had so many drives. Like in churches, you'll find like some churches have so many COVID vaccine drives where they people can go get your vaccination, as well as there's this vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson, where it's coming, and which you only have to get one dose. And that will definitely help. Like if you take your grandmother there, she won't have to go back. Like the AstraZeneca, you have to go back after 3 months or 2 months. You only have one dosage, and that's okay.
So someone has to sort to get that dose. I'm not refusing that the dose is there. I'm refusing about the destination, like the time. This person, imagine a 92-year-old person walking to like you're here, like going to Rongai to get that stuff. So the destination is what matters. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing.
Well, the conversation is getting so hot in here. Maybe JAEL, what's your point?
I think one thing that these two people they're supposed to see before viewing or before saying their views is that we are almost millions of Kenyans, and you can't say that we have millions of hospitals, definitely. And you can, we are in Kenya. We're not in America. We're not in any other country. They will always postpone dates. That is one, and another thing, they will always force people things, and Kenyans will never. They will not get out of their houses to go and get the vaccine. Okay, I'm not saying that is I'm not saying that it's a wrong thing, but okay, for me, I can say that Kenyans will get out of their houses. They will go into those hospitals to line up. They will get out of those hospitals if they're not being served, and we will just continue with how we always continue with our lives. So it's just simple. They should not force things shutting down the public services because of vaccines. Another thing, they're not supposed to force Kenyans to get out of their houses because Kenyans cannot access the hospitals. The hospitals are and you can't tell me that the hospitals. You can't tell me that that Kenyans are going to build hospitals at that time limit so that you can get the vaccine. Another thing.
The conversation is so heated in here. So maybe if my producer is telling me that time is not on our side, so let's wind up the show maybe with my guest here. Just one.
It's okay. According to her, it's like they are refusing. And the CS Mutahi Kagwe said, if you can take the risk, you can also take the vaccine. So why should you risk not to take the vaccine? And coronavirus is there. Why should you risk?
Well,
we are not refusing. The fact is that you are forcing us.
The CS said that if people take whiskey, why can't they take? But anyway,
we are not. Yes, we are taking for us the hospitals and bring the vaccine.
My people. My people.
Public services.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with us. The conversation has been so hot in here, and my time is not on our side. So maybe let's end this where. We keep stay tuned for the next set of the show. My name has been Frank Mwangi, and stay with us for the